06, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid. She ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snicker bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers. I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught, Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fix and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Ryan throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Zach Brown leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Third and long. It's Ryan. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. Already, he's top 50 receiving yards in this first quarter, and he's got a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. That'll bring up second down. That his first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Second and 10 now. Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Smith and the Redskins will come up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. On first and 10, Smith got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a second and 2 now from the 33. The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This is Freeman on first and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Get up!
On second down, Freeman. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
This is Geis. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Right. Yo. Settle down, huh? I said.
On first down, it's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Throwing is Smith. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd down. They give it to Peterson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Smith. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Ryan now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Ryan connects with Sanu right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Ryan now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. And finding the tight end Hooper. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Get up! Let's go!
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to rifle one, and he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his second touchdown on the season, and the Falcons will extend their lead. And it's up and good. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Marshall now, the return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it.
Before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 7.
Get on his horse, still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Smith now to throw, and that is incomplete here.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's
Back up.
on second down, Peterson. He'll take this.
This is the blocking assignments that doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. From the gun, here's Smith. And the Falcons get there. The unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Operating from the gun, Ryan, the left side completion to Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now Now it's Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. It's
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Geis with the carry on second down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play call.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Ryan on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And bulldozing his way through. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Ryan now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On third down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. Oh, it's a wobbler here. This is taken at the 15. Down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Marshall now, the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Settle down, huh?
On first down, this is Geis. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Play action. It's Smith. Looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brian Poole. Wow, between... Last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now, because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out, because the current formula is not working. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Freeman again. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 3rd and 2. Now Ryan. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Jones breaking from the cut. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Marshall now, the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Sanchez now to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Keanu Neal. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Ryan. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Falcons on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd and Baltimore. And tack on some more points for the Steelers, extending their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll fake it. Now Sanchez. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back to throw, Sanchez. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Ryan. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. Ryan now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Marshall now, the return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. It's Floyd on the right. I think he's going to go. Michael Floyd. Touchdown, Washington. Michael Floyd, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays. And right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Get up!
Now a play fake here on first down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ryan Kerrigan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
From the gun, it's Ryan. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Now, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Crowder now to return. An excellent return that time. 26 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go now. White 20. White 20. Hut.
And a play fake. Now Sanchez. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on.
Under pressure, and down goes Sanchez. Deion Jones coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. The Redskins on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Half.
Sanchez. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Robert Alford. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing it. This time of the game, this point on the clock, have to throw it.
They'll run here with Freeman. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one, question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Sanchez. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Cliff Averill in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken right around the 44. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. And the Steelers have scored yet again, really opening that one up. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. Now the pitch to Freeman. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Clinton Dix there for the stop. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. Freeman with a fast feet, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12.
Gun!
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I